there is a shift occurring, and the landscape of your mind is changing. The doorways to new possibilities are opening, and what we have is we are materializing a new world now. And as we shift into this new reality, what's happening is we're changing our identity. That is the external circumstance. The external circumstances changing is a result of the shift that we're having within our identity. We're changing our brain. We're changing our neurological connections, and we're rewiring our mind, heart, and body, soul, and that is what is causing the external shift. Last week I was talking about, this week I'm going to share what has happened, what is happening with my rock star friend. And last week I shared with you information or what I experienced with my brainwashed friend. Now, I just wanted to give you a little update on what has happened to him, the brainwashed friend, and then this week again we'll go into what happened with my rock star friend and the amazing things that he is experiencing. And both of these friends are perfect case studies when it comes to understanding personal happiness and the shift into this new identity that we're experiencing, that we're taking on. Now, they're both perfect case studies. Now, my friend that was brainwashed, I could see. Now, the truth is we're all indoctrinated. I like to use the word brainwashed to kind of exaggerate the programming, because it is programming. We're programmed to be somebody that we are not on the inside. We're not truly that who we are programmed to be is not the real us. So for most of us, it's a matter of undoing the programming, and when you do that, it allows the true you to shine, to come forth. Then you see the world begin to change around you. You see the world begin to materialize. That is in alignment with your core identity, who you are on the true you underneath all that programming and brainwashing and heavy shit. So my brainwashed friend, I could see so many layers and layers of brainwashing and indoctrination, and his whole life was driven by impulsiveness and biological he's just programmed to just, he was on autopilot in some sense. When you're brainwashed or indoctrinated, you think that what you're thinking is you. You think that they're your own thoughts, and they feel like it and they seem like it, and really you were just responding. Now, you do have some degree of willpower within the framework of that programming. So my friend, I'm a visual healer. I don't know how to explain it really, but I know that when I see things symbolically, it gives me an idea of how things are actually working. And so his brainwashing or indoctrination was so enmeshed, it was like layers. So I imagine like layers of netting, kind of like the stuff if you've ever repaired a drywall, there's this netting that kind of helps structure the netting kind of helps structure the support. It helps support the goo, or the I forget what you call it, that you put on the wall for it to dry. And so it's like, if you've ever worked with layers of, man, I can't even think of the words for all this stuff right now at the moment. Like, if I'm out of this state of mind and I'm back into my regular old blue collar self, then I can remember all these things. But like when I'm in this mindset, it's almost like those words I'm familiar with I just kind of can't remember them in the moment. But basically, drywall putty, and so if you can imagine that the brainwashing had multiple layers of just solid, layer of goop, and then some netting to reinforce it, and then another layer of goop and another reinforcement, and then threads kind of tying it all down to further reinforce it. If you can imagine that, then you can see the different layers that went into his brainwashing. And hey, I did that to grab your attention because I realized that I'm having trouble here conveying what I'm trying to convey, and so which is okay. So Hypnotic Magical is an experimental alchemical playground, laboratory, where I'm working on all this stuff to bring these messages to you, and I have to step into my identity and get better and better at this, because I know that I will, and I know that I am getting better, and so please be patient with me, because I know that I got good stuff coming. I just need to continue working, doing what I'm doing in order to get better at this. All right. And if you look around here, this is like some financial area, water, which attracts money. The place is called Kingsley. There's like construction. So this is like, this world is shifting and materializing before me, and it is all made symbolic. And I know that's kind of off subject, but I'm just rolling with it. You know what I mean? I'm rolling with what I'm receiving to share. And I do see it as a definitely as a as some, like I'm in the flow right now. I'm getting more into the flow. I wouldn't say I'm even completely in the flow right now. I just started rolling. Anyways, that is what is happening. And I was able to cut the thread, some of the threads of my brainwashed friend, and he began to experience amazing synchronicities and in his life as a result of me doing that, helping him with that.